Let's do an update here on the 9th. We are here on Tesla. That's what I've been trading lately. Today, up big again. My video was done this weekend right around here. Like I said, it was one of the best setups we've had in a while. And it played out perfectly all the way up here to 180 from 164. After hours, it finished at 176.88. We're up at 177. So the question is, though, is this the breakout? Like I said in the video, it very well could be. We double bottomed right here. So this can be wave 1, wave 2. If we did bottom, this would have to be a wave 3. So if this is a wave 3, we're looking for it to go all the way up to 200. There's a gap up here around 202. So if that's the case, if we zoom in here now and look at this wave right here, this looks like it probably completed 5 waves. On the bottom, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right into the supply zone right here. And then we backed off from 179 back down here to 174. Get rid of these now. And if we zoom in here a little bit farther, we came down from the top. To me, this looks like it's probably going to be a B wave here, and we're going to come down farther. But it is possible that they just trap bears again, and it is possible that we get an extension. It's possible that this is actually just going to keep on going higher. So if that's the case, then this would end up being something like this, all the way up here to 200. If it's going to be bearish, then it's probably going to stop here at 184. The top of this would end up being A, B, C right here. And the third option, so there's 3 different options here. We can go to 184, and then that would probably be bearish because that would be a corrective move. We're looking for an impulse move to get out of this. You got that. You have the 1 to 200. And then the third scenario is this is actually a second wave. And we're headed to 148. So how do we know which one is going to play out? We really don't. The best you can do is have supply and demand, and then just play the waves as they come. For instance, for me, I bought some puts here at the end of the day. Earlier end of the day, 176 to 177, right in this area right here. If this is a normal 5-wave move, then I would expect it to retrace to at least the 0.5 fib, which is sitting here right at this demand zone at 169. So I would expect something consolidation down here. There's a gap fill at 165. And so obviously if it gaps up tomorrow, then I'm going to be down on those. My stop would be 179.24. If it does gap up tomorrow, I do have some long calls as well. So I would lose money on those puts because I'd probably be out at the open. But based on what I see right here, this hit the 1.61 fib down here. And then this was about the same length as this right here. It's a little bit longer, a little bit shorter. But it hit into supply, we backed off. So I'm leaning towards the downside. Like I said, it's possible we get an extension. But I would say, based on what I see, 170 would be a good spot for this consolidate to. And potentially the downside move, but hopefully it would just be wave 1 of wave 3 and a nested move. A nested move means that you're going to have a impulse move within the third wave instead of just going straight to 200. So that is Tesla. If we look out here on the daily time frame, I like to use the moving averages, the 50, 20, and the 200 to see where we're at in the chart. We're above the 20, that's bullish. We are below the 50 at 182. So we're not totally bullish yet. If we break above the 50 and finish above 182, see, we never got to the 50 right here. We got to finish above this 50-day moving average. And if we do that, the 200 is way up here at 230. And that would be the first time well, not the first time we finished above it since January. So get above it, and I think 230 is very possible pretty quickly after earnings. But right now, I'm still looking for a pullback unless we get an extension. So we'll see which one plays out. I didn't really like the fact that this 5-wave move hit supply and did not get up here to the very top of 184. So we'll see what happens, but I'm hedging a little bit. I'm obviously big time delta neutral or delta positive, but you got to hedge a little bit in this market. Although QQQ does look pretty bullish to me because we finished above the 20 again. It was down here, comes back up, finishes above the 20 again. That's bullish. Also, if you zoom in here, this looks like a pretty bullish setup right here. So it's very possible that Tesla will extend, and this will make new highs. I'd probably be looking for 448, pullback, and then probably 450. And again, as far as what this is, it's a big scrambled mess right now. I just want to play the shorter time frames and then try to figure it out later. Right now, I would say we need to hold 435 for a move up here to 447. It looks pretty bullish to me. We were in demand earlier. We have supply up here at 444. So looking pretty good. And again, finished above the 20 and the 50. The 200 is way down here. So bullish on QQQ. That gives Tesla more of a chance to go higher. And here's random stock. I'm just going to do some random stocks. We have IONQ. A lot of people are trying to get this stock. I'm bearish on this stock. You have a gap down here at 550. This made a wave 1 right here. It hasn't even hit the 0.5 fib. So 0.5 fib is at, I guess it has close to the 0.5 fib. So that's where you want to start loading up, is around $8. But the gap is down here past the 0.61 fib at 550. And if you just look at the length of wave A, wave B, it takes you all the way down to 660. The 1.61 fib is at 550. That's right where the gap fills at as well. So I wouldn't necessarily be loading this yet, but it's definitely a speculative play that could pay off pretty good, especially if you get it down here in this box, because then you're looking at it like probably going all the way up to minimum $40. So you could potentially 8 times if you get it down here at $5. So that's definitely a stock I'll keep on my radar. Right now, it's not looking that good. Alt, another stock that is not doing good right now. Hard to tell exactly what this is doing. I think it could come all the way down here to the 200 DMA because we did make 5 waves here. So, and this could be consolidation down here to the 200 DMA. Let's look at the weekly. If my internet would work. Okay. So, I mean, 550 is not out of the question. This is where I think it's daily demand right here at 528. So don't be surprised if it comes all the way down there, especially if it breaks below this demand zone here at 758. I could be completely wrong about this too. This stock's a little bit harder to read, but normal consolidation would take it down there. I'm still long this stock though, because in the long term, this is going to go all the way up to the top here, about $50. So you can see here A, B, C up here. Could be a third wave too. A third wave would go even higher. So definitely staying long this stock, but it could go down to $6. Similar to IONQ, they're at the exact same price. iRobot. This is interesting. It had a good day, but it did midway through the day it did sell off. But look at this move right here. If this breaks above 11 bucks, this could easily come up here and fill the gap at 16.70. You have another gap here at 23, and the 200 is all the way up here at 30 bucks. If it finishes above 11 bucks, it's definitely a long play. Right now, it came all the way up here close to it, sold off intraday, but I think it's a good play if you can get above 11 bucks for these gaps. Mara could be going down here to the 200 EMA. I didn't talk about that in the last video, but it's below both the moving averages. You have the 200 down here. You have a daily demand zone too. Here at 1604. Don't be surprised if it comes all the way down there over the next couple of weeks. And MP, I'm long this stock. I pointed out, I don't know if on my video, but I pointed this out on StockTwits that this was an easy long right here. We filled the last gap at 1273, and it worked out perfectly. Look at this. Nailed the 1.61 fib ABC. Takes off from 1277 all the way up here to almost 18 bucks. Filled this gap right here. Also went through this. So the next spot we're looking at is this demand zone, which it hit actually at 1755. Next gap is at 1947. This is my count right now. I would expect this to be a fourth wave coming up. It looks very, very bullish to me. Pullback. This could be going much, much higher. Again, if you look at the whole chart, it took 3 or 4 years to consolidate. So everyone forgot about it. But wave 1, wave 2, where could this be going? Minimum, in my opinion, minimum 66 bucks. So this could basically 4 times from here. So I'm long MP, looking great. What else we got here? SoFi, I'll do individual video on that one. Look great though, finished above the 50 DMA. Let's look at BA. BA, I talked about coming down here to 182. It broke below it and made a new low. That is ugly, ugly. Let's look at where it's at. So this is more than likely let's just look and see where the next demand zone is. Remember, I talked about this down here at 150 being the weekly demand or maybe monthly demand. Monthly demand is down here at 150. That might be where they want to accumulate it at. It did make 5 waves here, so let's just look at where the 0.5 fib is. So 0.5 fib is here at 172. So if you're accumulating around 172, you're probably going to be good. It could come all the way down here, though, to 122 to 150. It wouldn't surprise me. And I'm just trying to figure out exactly where this is at. It's still holding this low right here at 176.64. But again, look at where all the moving averages at. We're way below them all. Let's look at the weekly. Below them all as well. And the monthly. On the monthly, below them all except for this right here, which is a 200 SMA at 148. Like I said, this is monthly demand. You can start accumulating up here, but don't be surprised if it comes all the way down here to 150, basically. Donald Trump stock. If you want to trade this one, then you're probably going to have to wait. I would wait till 28 all the way down here to 17. Gap fill. This is, I think, weekly demand. You're below the 20 and the 50, and you have the 200 down here at 24 bucks. I'd probably be waiting till about 24 bucks if you're trying to get into this stock, unless you're short. Yeah, that's weekly demand, I think. Let's see. Yeah, weekly demand down here. Look for about 24 bucks. Maybe short term down here, 34 bucks to 20 MA on the weekly, and then probably down here though, past that to 24 bucks. Apple, Apple is just sitting here waiting. This is bearish, obviously, but it's in a demand zone right now. I want to see it hold 167.50 for the next move up, which this does not look like an impulse move to me. So I wouldn't be surprised if you saw another move up here soon. Potentially. This is your supply zone. You're looking at 175 to 178. And then above that, all the way up here to 180. So those are actually the next supply zone. So if this is going to move, it kind of looks to me like a B wave. If QQQ starts taking off, you could see Apple up here, back up here to the top of this range, 175 to 180. Let's see. NVDA did sell off more. My video, it did hit demand, and then it bounced out of there last week, but then today, it just went farther into demand. So, if this is A, this is B. Let's just draw a parallel line here and just see. Look at that. Nailed the parallel line. It probably bottomed. So NVIDIA, potentially ready to go for wave 5. So I'm pretty bullish on NVIDIA here. You're in demand. Moving averages wise, let's just see. Nice consolidation here. This is actually probably, I wish I would have saw this earlier. Nailed the parallel line. Below the 20, above the 50, 200 is obviously way below. Looks good to me. One, two, three, four. There might be one more move down. Let me see. Maybe one more move down. I would say max though. Your max move is probably maybe 815, but it might have already bottomed. Hit the bottom of the parallel line. If so, I would start scaling into the stock. I think you're probably going to be good for the next wave higher. Let's zoom out here. And look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I think that's probably it for today. Went over some random stocks I know. Let me know in the comments if you have any other ones you want me to look at. Those are a lot of the stocks I'm trading or looking at. But that's it for today. Just a random video on a Tuesday. Not very much going on in the market. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe for more updates, and I'll catch you in the next video.